There's always a preamble that I would always do. I'm going to talk about an extraordinary company that I began working with a number of years ago that helped me overcome a great many difficulties and achieve an even greater level of success than I already had. And everybody can do with tools that help them do better, right? To understand NXIVM is the umbrella company. ESP was the thing that I got involved in. ESP stands for Executive Success Programs.
Executive Success Programs, ESP, NXIVM, is a methodology for optimizing or enhancing human experience and behavior.
Executive Success Programs is a human potential program. We called it Executive Success Programs not because it's only geared for executives in business, although it's very good for executives in business. What we want to do is we want to be successful by executing, by following through, by being proactive in our lives.
That's what ESP is.
Very difficult for me to truly explain the experience of this curriculum, and I do my very best. Where it goes from here is staggering.
The first thing we're going to do is basically bow when we enter a session space. So I would bow and walk in.
Huddle, and 1, 2, 3.
We line up in rank order, and we do the handshake. And Nancy have titles, and with their titles, we don't use their names. Thank you, David. Thank you.
When you go into a martial arts studio, you call the guy master. So what does Vanguard mean?
Vanguard.
Vanguard means the leader of a philosophical movement. What does prefect mean? Prefect is often the head of a school.
When you get the white sash, you're a student. When you get the yellow sash, you're a coach. Now, our conceptual founder, Keith Rainier, he wears a white sash. He considers himself a student of light.
I mean, I wasn't on board at first, I'll be honest. But look, I can understand. I'm used to ranking systems. You know, I was in boarding schools, I was in the Boy Scouts. I hated how short the fucking things were. They were stupid. But you know what? It's a silly piece of silk that represents an idea. That's all. But the ranking system is a way to recognize the value people bring to the world. And what would make the world better is if people valued each other and give people tribute for what they're capable of and what they do. And what if this thing you're looking for, this dark lining, what if it's not here, but what if you feel it inside of yourself? I think the person that convinced me was Nancy Salzman.
I want you to consider, what sorts of changes would you really like to make in your life? If you could have or do or be anything, what would that look like? What would that feel like?
I just released What the Bleep. A lot of doors were opening to me. I could pretty much call, any production company, any studio, and they would fucking take my call and meet with me. One day, I get an email from this woman called Barbara Boucher. So I call, there's two women on the other end, Barbara Boucher and Nancy Salzman.
The founder of this model has come up with an understanding of how the mind works, broken it down into a formula in a fashion of mathematics that's reproducible, therefore creating and making it a science. It's truly extraordinary.
They said, can we come meet you? And I'm like, sure, that sounds great. The day that they were flying in, I said to them, so what airline? And they said, no, we're at the private thing. And I was like, huh. So I remember them getting off the plane and realizing, oh, it's like a Learjet. Oh, that's nice that they have, you have this jet. I remember both of them asking me what I wanted. They said they loved my film. What else did I want to do? Which, of course, was I want to make movies. I want to change the world, And the impression I got from them is we will help you do all those things. We have the resources, we have the connections, we have the people. Because they have like billionaires in their group. There's an expression in Afrikaans, met je gat in die botter geland, which basically means you landed with your ass in the butter.